All right, guys, wanted to start off with today and really go over why I think real estate is just a better asset to invest money into. What they've been dealing with, especially all week, has been dealing with Apple. Their stocks are down. They've been hit hard. They're talking about pretty much staying put, regardless of what the tariffs are talking about. Walmart got passed on, and President Trump basically told him, "Hey, you're gonna have to suck up the tariffs." Right? That's happening all around us. As a matter of fact, if you look at housing starts and stops. They've been pretty much tough. The people who are doing the best right now, as it relates to the housing market is concerned, single family houses, especially purchasing, is builders. Builders have been actually able to compete a lot better with single family homeowners, even though there's this spike in purchasing. But builders are actually pushing because they can actually do what they need to do. They can do their own in-house finance and they can buy down rates. They can bring people down. As a matter of fact, this week the interest rates on single family houses jumped all the way up to 7%. So that had everybody worried, as well as not only interest rates for mortgages went up closer to 7%, the 10-year treasury jumped up to 5, and then it backed off. It's at 4.5 now. But that matters as it relates to real estate is concerned. And really, from a real estate perspective, we're talking about the big institutional banks, how they play the game, what they're doing, which really sidelined a lot of them, right? But how does that work for you guys as regular people, everyday people, business owners, hardworking people that have to get out there and do stuff? Your investments are affected by this. So if the stock market goes down and in your retirement account, your 401k IRA is tied to that, that's how you invest your money. It's tied to the stock market. Your retirement is losing value all the time. You have this ebb and flow up and down. So no matter how hard you work, depending on how old you are, 40 years old, 50 years old, 10 years from now, when you're 65, 72 years old, whatever, you want to make sure that you have retirement put away and you can't keep up with the craziness going on because this is cyclical. This will happen every 10 years. Every 10 years, there's an economic problem, or every 10 to 15 years, there's a debt problem. And during those times, what happens? Inflation goes nuts. They print a bunch of money. They print a bunch of money before it happens, and then they pull back because they need you to spend it. It can't just sit in your bank account. They raise interest rates, so you have to spend your savings, and then the cost of goods goes up. So the cost of what your dollar could buy, the money that they printed and gave to you, that money buys a lot less. It happens every time. Values go up on homes. Values goes up on cars. Credit card information. Credit card money is easier to get. Loans are easier to get. Then it stops, right? That's the Fed, really, which is crooked, strangling the everyday American. So you cannot function and do anything because they're trying to reset the clock to get things back where they are. That affects you. So I bring that up to say this. If you're going to put your money in a place, you want to put it in a place where you can control the outcome. There's some stability. Real estate, to me, and I'm talking about all real estate is not created equal. There's single family houses, there's retail, there's office, there's vacant land, there's industrial. We're talking about multifamily properties. That real estate, that asset class has been stabilized for a really long time. It has always been the belle of the ball. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, life insurance companies, debt funds, Wall Street, local regional banks, all of them love to lend money on that. Why? Because people will always need housing. It doesn't matter what they do here. If you guys didn't notice, last week the stock market went down. What's going to happen on the first? People are going to pay their rent. They're going to continue to do that. There's never going to be a time where people are like, hey, you know what? We're tapping out. There has been a time, but that was because there was some disruption in Wall Street. That had nothing to do with the economy as it relates to the people. The people are the economy, right? The original definition of an economy meant the income of a household. It wasn't the economy from a global or national scale. It's different. So, reason why I say this is because multifamily real estate as an asset class beats every other one. It beats cash in the bank, right? The bank sold you on leaving cash in the bank, so they can take your money and they can lend that money out 9 times to other people and pay you nothing on your money, even though the 9 times that they lend it out is lent out times 7. So 63% on your money, you get 0.002. Maybe you'll get 4% if you're a big time player and you got a bunch of money sitting in there. But even then, you get taxed on the earn. So the cash game that they sold to you was really not for you, it was for the bank. Saving money was for the bank. It's a product. The mortgages that they sold to you. The mortgage Banks are only open because of mortgages. They're not open because you save money there. They're able to create a product, which is mortgages. Go buy houses, live a piece of the American dream, go buy your own home. You get a mortgage and we lock you down for 30 years. And every year we get 6%. Right now it's 7% or 6%. Every year you're going to pay 7% on that money. So that means in 30 years you will pay 210% just in interest while you're doing that, right? That's the game for them. Are you an accredited investor with 300,000 or more liquid in the bank? I want you to come and partner with me. Look, if you love real estate, passive income, and positive cash flow, appreciation over long periods of time, and you're willing to be patient, come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com. This is for accredited investors with 300,000 or more in the bank, ready to go. Come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com.